What is going on, everybody? My name is Arjun and welcome back to the channel. I feel like it's been a while since I've spoken about credit cards on here. So today's video is about the ultimate credit card setup called the Chase Trifecta. This is the system that I personally use to maximize the points I get and basically travel the world for free. So make sure you watch this video all the way to the end to understand exactly how. Before getting into the details, I just want to let you know that this is a slightly more advanced strategy that's meant for people with a good credit score of 730 or above, and for those who've had a credit history for at least a year or two. If you're still in the process of building up your credit score, then I recommend checking out my video on beginner credit cards, because you likely won't be approved for some of the more premium credit cards that I'll be talking about. Alright, so let's jump in. The Chase Trifecta is a combination of 3 Chase credit cards that allows for maximum points earning potential, as well as redemption of these points for the greatest value possible. The points you earn through this Chase system are called ultimate reward points. Now, when you take into account business credit cards as well, this trifecta can be built out in multiple ways, but I'm just going to focus on consumer credit cards for the sake of simplicity. So that would mean the trifecta consists of the Chase Freedom Unlimited, the Chase Freedom Flex, and then either the Chase Sapphire Preferred or the Sapphire Reserve. This system tends to work best for those who travel at least a couple of times a year. If you're someone who doesn't like to travel much or don't want the headache of managing these multiple cards, then I just recommend going with something like the Citi Double Cash, which gives a flat 2% cashback on everything. This way you can just get one credit card and forget about all of this optimization hoopla. But for those of you who are like me and want to squeeze out the most value, I'll first go over the benefits of all of the cards in the trifecta and then tell you how powerful the setup becomes when you use them all together. I will have referral links for all of these cards in the description box below. So if you want to support the channel, you can sign up using those links. If not, it's totally cool too. There's absolutely no pressure. Up first is the Chase Freedom Unlimited. It has a 20,000 point sign up bonus when you spend $500 in your first 3 months, has a $0 annual fee, earns 5% cashback on travel booked through the Chase portal, 3% at restaurants and drugstores, and an unlimited 1.5% cashback on all other purchases. New cardholders also get 5% back on grocery store purchases up to $12,000 in their first year. So all in all, a pretty great base card that works well even just on its own. Up next is the Chase Freedom Flex. The sign-up bonus, annual fee, cashback through the Chase portal, drugstores, restaurants, and grocery stores are the exact same as the Freedom Unlimited. But the main difference here is that you get 5% cashback on rotating categories up to $1,500 per quarter, and then get 1% cashback on all other spending. Here's a quick tip on how you can get the maximum cashback on this card. Let's say that the category for the quarter is Amazon and you've only spent $500 on it. Before the end of the quarter, get an Amazon gift card for $1,000, which will bring you up to the limit of $1,500. Now you have a gift card that you can use anytime later on in the year that you got a 5% cashback for. If you didn't get this gift card and regularly purchase on Amazon later on, you'd only get 1% cash back for that purchase. Pretty clever hack, right? This card is probably my favorite card of 2020. By the way, if you're watching this video and thinking, this is pretty good content, please consider hitting the like button. And if you're watching and also thinking, I want to hear more from this guy, then also consider subscribing and turning the notifications on. Thank you very much. Finally, we move to the third and last card of the trifecta, and that's either the Chase Sapphire Preferred or the Sapphire Reserve. The Preferred has a $95 annual fee, 2x cashback on travel and dining, and a 1.25x redemption rate, meaning that points are worth 25% more when you redeem them through the Chase portal. It also has a 60,000 points sign-up bonus when you spend $4,000 in your first 3 months. The Reserve, on the other hand, gets 3x points on travel and dining, a 1.5x redemption rate, a $300 airline credit, $100 TSA pre-check credit, $60 DoorDash credit, and 50,000 points is the sign-up bonus. It does, however, come with a huge annual fee of $550, but this can pay for itself many times over if you use the benefits. You can only have one of these cards at a time, so you'll have to pick between the two for the final card in the trifecta. Whichever one you do end up choosing, just make sure that you're at least crossing the break-even point, which means that you're getting more value from these cards than the annual fee you're paying for them. Another YouTuber called AskSebby, who talks solely about credit cards on his channel, has an amazing calculator on his website to pick between these two cards. You can input your spending across various categories and it will tell you mathematically which card is better to get. I'll leave a link to this as well in the description box below. The order that I would apply for these cards would be one of the Sapphire cards first, then followed by the Chase Freedom Unlimited as a catch-all card, and then finally the Freedom Flex to complete the trifecta. Chase does have something called the 524 rule, which means that if you've applied for 5 credit cards or more in the last 24 months, then Chase won't approve you for a card. So just make sure you're within this limit before applying. They also don't like it when people apply for too many cards at once, so I would just space applications out 3 months apart to be sure. As always with any kind of credit card, only get these cards if you can control the temptation to overspend and can pay off the bill in full every month. Okay, now that you have all the cards you need, let's talk about the incredible power of using them all together. The strategy is based on 2 important pillars: maximizing your earnings rate and maximizing your redemption value. And I'll talk a little bit more about each of them. In order to get the most rewards, you'll want to use each of these cards strategically based on the type of purchase you're making. If you're buying anything that falls under the quarterly categories, then use the Freedom Flex for a 5% cashback. If you're spending on travel or dining, then use the Sapphire card for a 3% cashback. And for all other purchases, use the Freedom Unlimited for a 1.5% cashback. Using the card that gives the highest percentage back for a particular category allows you to maximize your earnings potential. Here's an example of how that might look like. Let's say that a person spends $2,500 on food, $3,000 on travel, $1,000 on department stores, $3,000 on groceries, and $2,000 in other areas. Using the right card at the right time in the Chase Trifecta, he earns 29,000 points in cashback. This is anywhere between 6,500 to 13,500 points more than just using a single card for all purchases. Alright, now that you've racked up all of those points, let's talk about how to best redeem them. You have 3 main ways that you can use your ultimate reward points. The first is to redeem for cash at 1 cent per point. So from the previous example, the 29,000 points will get you $290 in cash. The second option is to combine all of these points in your Sapphire account, either the Preferred or the Reserve. This is why the Sapphire cards are absolutely vital to this setup, because you can transfer points from the other smaller cards for a higher redemption rate within the Sapphire ones. You either get 1.25 cents per point with the Preferred or 1.5 cents per point with the Reserve when redeemed through the Chase portal. So the same 29,000 points are worth $435 in travel through this method. The third option is to transfer these points to flight or hotel partners. For example, you could transfer those 29,000 points to British Airways and then book on their website through Award Travel. I've seen values up to 8 cents per point using this method, but the points guy says that you get around 2 cents per point on average. This would mean $580 in value for those 29,000 points. It's a little more complicated to find the best deals using this method, so let me know in the comment section down below if you'd like me to make a separate video on that. The cashback method is the worst way to utilize these points, so generally you'll want to compare between options 2 and 3 to maximize your redemption value. Since travel is not anybody's top priority right now, it might be a good idea to rack up rewards now to be redeemed later on. With the sign-up bonuses alone, you can rack up enough points to go on some pretty amazing vacations for free next year. Hopefully this video helped you understand how powerful the Chase Trifecta setup can be. It does require some work to set up and run effectively, but it's 100% worth it in my opinion, especially for those who travel often. With that said, thank you all for watching. I really do appreciate each and every one of you for staying all the way to the end. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you next time.